Hey guys, we are back. It is the Daily Show for July 21st. I am here with Paul, who just ran away. I am here with Icy, and I'm here with Karate Mike, who is going full Mike Driscoll today. So that's a little bit of a change up today, which you gotta love. You gotta love. So we're gonna start. Obviously, I told Paul this yesterday. We're starting every single day with New York Yankees baseball now. I know it's just an exhibition game, but the Yankees are working on all cylinders. Judge hit another home run. Mike Ford hit a game-tying home run. It doesn't matter. It was just a note. Just to, if anybody wants to say anything about the upcoming MLB season, I'll swing it over to Icy first. Your expectations for the Yankees going forward?
Well, I'm glad we're ready right now because it's a short season. There's no time to come out and lose a couple in a row. That's how you can get screwed over. So we're, operating on all cylinders right now. Let's just keep the momentum going into the regular season. I think it does mean more than a lot of people are saying, these exhibition games, but I'll be ready for game one.
Driscoll.
You know what? I'm not a Yankees fan, but I have very high expectations, and I'm probably going to ride them the whole year. I'm going to be gambling on the Yankees a lot, and I think I'm probably going to be a Yankees fan this year. I hope that doesn't jinx them for you or for me. But I don't know, there's not many baseball players I know these days, but I know a bunch of Yankees. They got a bunch of stars. Judge is big time. I'm going to be betting home runs every game for him. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking hot. He's pulling the ball, which is nice. I would just let you know tomorrow or Thursday, do not expect the Yankees. I wouldn't bet on the Yankees minus 135 on the road. Max Scherzer is amazing. That team, you got the Fauci magic, and you got the defending World Series champions. Stay away from that game. Wait 3 or 4 games. It's hard to go on the road and play a team like that right away, especially when you're going up against their top 3 guys. So I would sit back on it until they start playing the AL East. But I see what you're saying, and the only team I don't bet on in sports is the New York Yankees. I try to stay away unless there's something I absolutely love. Paul, your thoughts? I mean, Paul yesterday was saying that the Orioles are going to win more than 21 games, and he's sticking to it. But I think Paul is riding the Yankees this year too, right?
I use the Yankees in parlays because their money lines are so inflated because there's actually a term for it. It's called the Yankee tax, and it's odds that you don't see any other baseball team minus 330, and it's because the books know they could put any number they want on it, and the public is still going to flock to put money on the Yankees.
Yeah, so that's fair.
I take them run line, so I'll take them minus 1.5. They'll have to win the game by 2, and I'll throw them in parlays with other favorites. But, I mean, betting on the Yankees straight up, it is very difficult to get value.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the same thing I do at college basketball. I just, throw Kentucky in there when they're playing, Winthrop or whomever, just to get a little bit of juice on it.
Minus 600 or something.
Right.
And then also what Icy was saying about, having to get out of the gates fast and, you don't have time and stuff. I was watching the Oakland A's San Francisco Giants spring training game yesterday, and the guys doing the broadcast were saying with this shortened schedule, a 5-game win streak or 5-game losing streak is equivalent to a 14-game win streak or a 14-game losing streak for a regular season.
Yeah, it's every game matters to the utmost. That's why I'm kind of nervous. We're playing the Nationals. We have to go up against Scherzer. No, they got a good pitching staff over there.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do you think
it's fair?
You think Aces game losing streak, which will equate to a 40-game losing streak?
Yeah, that could happen. That could happen.
Yards.
But do you think starting pitchers do you think they leave them in the game longer because it's a shortened season and the new bullpen rules with the 3 batters? We see more complete games or 8-inning outings and stuff?
It's actually very weird because some teams are going to use 4, some are going to use 6.
Right.
The new 3 batter rule, you basically have exactly who's going to pitch every single inning to a T now. I don't like the rule. I absolutely hate it. But now when
I
it's
kinda
the
like it.
Yankees, it's speeding up the process. We're seeing these exhibition games go 2.5 hours,
And it's like it's
2:45.
also a cool wrinkle with like building rosters and putting lineups together.
It's cool. It's fine. It's new. It's updated. It's progressive. So it's here to stay. And the DH.
Maybe we'll finally see a left-handed reliever with more than 2 pitches. Maybe someone's going to develop that third pitch so that they can face the left-handed guy.
I'll tell you something this year. Nobody's going to be complaining about the time of the games this year. Everybody's going to be glued.
Yeah, no, I want them all to be 5 hours long.
220,000 people watched the Yankees exhibition game yesterday. It's up from 60,000 last year. 220,000 people sat down to watch that, and I only watched 6 innings. So there are 220,000 people crazier than me right now. So that's got all right. Let's switch to the NBA. We're breaking down the awards. It just came out that even though the NBA is restarting and they're doing like 8 games, I believe, before the playoffs, MVP voting is halted. Whatever happened before Corona is going to be the actual awards. I don't like it. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on it are, but I'll start with Icy.
So
I have a quick question. In a normal NBA season, do they vote on these awards before the playoffs start?
No, never.
They wait until after the finals, right?
No, it's a regular season award.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking.
Just
All right, sorry. Go
season.
ahead, Icy.
I think it's a stupid rule because, for example, one of the biggest ones that's going to have implications right now is the Pelicans and the Grizzlies. So hypothetically, Zion comes out. He looks like he lost some weight, put on some muscle. Say he averages 35 points a game, and 12 rebounds, and they rip off 7 of 8. The Grizzlies lose a couple games. He is the rookie of the year. He obviously didn't play in the beginning of the year. That set him back. Right now, Ja is a far and away winner. But if he's able to do something insane, which he's definitely capable of doing, the name of the game is getting to the playoffs. So, and ultimately winning. So I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And I think that it's going to be we're going to go down the list and give all of our awards, but the same thing goes for LeBron versus Giannis. Giannis had the award wrapped up in February, and then all of a sudden the Lakers started going off, and now what? They went 49-14, and the Bucks were 51-12, 13. I usually think that you give the award to the best player on the best team, but we'll start right there. Who do you have for your MVP, Icy?
So I have Giannis. Honestly, that's who I think is going to win. I think LeBron should win every single year. I think he's the most valuable player, and when he's out, it's that much more obvious. I think that people are going to vote Giannis. It's one of those things, with Westbrook winning. I really think LeBron should win every year, but I'm picking Giannis.
Driscoll, who's your MVP?
I basically fully agree with Icy. LeBron is like the best player, but Giannis, he brought it every game he played this year. I think he deserves the award. And I don't like the campaign right now that LeBron's obviously pushing to kind of, he's got all these media cartel saying that he should be MVP. It's Giannis. It was Giannis before. He did get hurt. If it kept going the season, then LeBron probably would have won, but I'm going Giannis.
Paulie.
Yeah, unfortunately, to have 3 exact same takes, I think it's got to be. It's either Giannis or LeBron, and LeBron isn't even leading the team. Like, he's not even number 1 on the Lakers with like points per game and rebound. Like, he's not even the number 1 on the Lakers, so you can't give him the league MVP. I don't think.
Yeah, Giannis is. I was looking at LeBron's numbers. Like, for an old player, like of his age, this is the best season ever for an old.
Right.
But Giannis did have 30, 14, 6, 1-1. Numbers off the charts. The Bucks had the 1 seed wrapped up, like, again, in February. That's when it was basically over. I'm giving it to him as well. And at the end of the day, these are just awards, and now they mean less because they don't even matter for the full season. So it's frustrating. But
I think the only award that I'd be okay with, like, not counting the bubble regular season games would be like defensive player of the year. Because, like, if you think anybody's going to be like playing deep, like, playing defense in the bubble for like the 8 games that like are for seeding. It's
Yeah.
going to be like 8 All-Star games. It's going to be like 138 to 154.
Or it's going to
Hammer
be
the
like
overs.
59 to 54.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have a strong take on Defensive Player of the Year.
I hate Gobert. And, obviously.
He shut the whole league down, though. He kind of shut the whole world down.
So I'm going AD, Anthony Davis. Going against the Lakers, even when the Lakers came to town, I'm sitting there, and the Knicks couldn't get anywhere near the paint with Davis in the paint, just patrolling.
I like that a lot. That's what I had, too. Driscoll, do you have a different choice?
Marcus Smart. Yes. But, yeah, a guard's not going to win the award. I would love to see Marcus Smart win it sometime in his career, but it's probably, it's not going to happen. I could see Giannis. I think he was really good at defense this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fan. Giannis would be cool if he won 2 awards, but I'm hearing AD. Who's the favorite, like in Vegas? Is it AD or is it?
I think
they're all.
Gobert. Gobert is. Yeah, he's going for his 3rd straight. I mean,
couldn't even defend himself against Corona.
Yeah, exactly. That's the real thing. I don't know if you can vote for him. I don't even know if he wants the award this year. I think he kind of just wants to like fade into darkness right now. Let's go with the Rookie of the Year. Icy had the great take about Zion versus Ja. I got the Zion jersey on. And I know this is a crazy take because Ja Morant was unbelievable, but 23-7 is what Zion averaged, and he was just getting started, and he was backing down. He was making he's a rookie. He was making the other people look like little children out there. So I'll just be difficult and different and go with Zion, but we all know the real Rookie of the Year is Ja Morant if it ended today.
Not RJ Barrett?
Not RJ Barrett.
I think I go Zion for Rookie.
Dude, he was fit. RJ Barrett.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Zion's going to win.
Zion he played well every game. Dude,
Plus, it's the NBA. It's all
Yeah, I know, but it was only 19 games.
He might be the most dominant rookie of all time.
Ja's got it. Ja's got it locked.
He's gonna win it. Ja's gonna win it, but Zion's so good. I would vote for him. I don't get a vote, but
yeah. Then we're doing 6th Man of the Year. I went a little nuts here. I'm going with Dennis Schroeder of the Thunder. I mean, Chris Paul went over there. They were expected to be a terrible team. Schroeder, I usually go 6th Man of the Year, best offensive player for off the bench, and that year it was Schroeder, in my opinion.
I went with Montrezl Harrell. I think Lou Will kind of passed the torch to him. He had such a good year. They're so deep, and he was just coming in there, scoring, rebounding, getting out on the break. I thought Montrez, great year. I think he's going to win 6th Man.
It's definitely fair. And Lou could still win it. Lou could just still kind of. I mean, I know they're like pick and roll buddies off the bench. They do it all together. Mike, your thoughts?
Marcus Smart.
All right, Marcus Smart.
He started too many games. He started too many games due to injury, but at the beginning he had a chance to be a kid. He ended up being a starter because of injuries.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's.
Oh, I thought you were joking. And then most improved player. Icy. Sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
Melo the God in Portland. He
Who?
lost like Melo.
We're giving out awards for losing weight now?
Yeah, he's in shape. He's going to be dangerous. Portland's going to go on a run.
Okay.
I love Carmelo.
Right. So, yeah, I mean.
He's probably like the 8th Man of the year, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he can just shoot. You can't – I mean, I don't know. Dennis Schroeder is a lot better player than Carmelo Anthony right now.
I love
and so is Montrezl. Montrezl Harrell is probably the best full player of the guys we just mentioned.
Yeah,
right now.
obviously, but I mean, it's just shout out Melo.
Shout out Melo. Thanks
for your tenure in New York, man. Best of luck.
Coach of the Year. It can really go any way. Icy, what do you think?
So I was torn between 2, but I'm going to go with Billy Donovan just because I thought that they were going to be so bad in OKC. I thought CP3 was basically just going there to die. and like he was just gonna fade away. And then he got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing well, Schroeder's playing well, Steven Adams playing well. I think Billy Donovan's doing a great job coaching. They're so much better than people realize this year. So that's
they were the hottest team in the league after the All-Star break, I think.
Yeah.
I love it. Driscoll, who you got?
Nick Nurse. They lose Kawhi Leonard and they're still, up there. I think he might be the favorite. I have no idea.
I think he's the favorite.
Yeah, I think he's got to be.
That's a boring pick, but yeah.
No, it's fair. I mean, 46.
Too. Spoelstra in Miami. Eric Spoelstra, he did a great job.
Yeah, he did. I had that down to Nick Nurse. 46 and 18 without Kawhi. And they had like injuries everywhere. Pascal Siakam looked like Michael Jordan this year. So I don't know what the hell was going on over there in Toronto. It seems like they just keep on losing players and they're perfectly fine without them. So crazy to see Toronto. I feel like the stoppage of play hurt Toronto the most though, because now you have teams actually planning for them as opposed to just like running every single game, because in the playoffs, like, who you're playing almost. You're like basically positioned. I don't have the standings in front of me, but whoever's 7th or 8th is going to look at that team and they can beat them. They're not that talented. So Nick Nurse and Paul, thoughts on Coach of the Year?
I like both of those. I like all three of those picks. Someone that hasn't been mentioned. Because I'll go Doc Rivers for the Clippers. Got Kawhi Leonard, especially in the NBA, when you have a good roster and stuff, and the pressure is on you to win and perform. It's kind of hard to keep locker rooms and guys in check.
I could coach that team.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say LeBron James. I thought you were gonna say LeBron James.
Chris Paul, he could win it, man. He probably
yeah, right. LeBron James and Chris Paul for Coach of the Year. All right. Any hot takes on most improved? I'm sorry, running down the list of NBA awards, but it's the only thing on the topic.
I don't even really remember. I'm really pissed 4 months ago.
At this one. So I had Jason Tatum $20 to win $1,100, and he started to go on a tear.
Yeah, he did.
Right before quarantine, and then it all came down. He had a chance. I think it's supposed to be Luka or Siakam again. I mean, you can't have Siakam win twice in a row.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I have Bam Adebayo. He was a beast this year. He was an all-star. Jimmy Butler saying that he's the reason that they're winning. Obviously, like you mentioned, Driscoll, Spoelstra's coaching his butt off. And that's a really dangerous team right now with not that much talent on paper. And he's kind of,
he's the Giannis stopper right there.
Yeah, and he can handle the ball. He can pass. He can do it all right now. He's giving life to those kind of undersized centers that are athletic.
Yeah, I absolutely love that pick. Paulie, thoughts?
For most improved, no.
Okay. Love it. I absolutely love it. All right. I'm going to go with Luka. He averaged 21 last year. He averaged 29 this year. Field goal percentage is up, even though he shot more. I don't know. Luka, I honestly didn't think that Luka was going to be this good. I thought that he would have a ceiling, and the ceiling is legitimately not here yet. So maybe he can be the next Larry or somebody ridiculous, because I've never seen the improvement of I'm still in awe about Luka Doncic. The guy does it literally all. So
defense.
Any final thoughts on the NBA?
I'm excited. I need something to watch. I've been loving all the bubble antics and everything that's going on.
People snitching on each other.
This is the first time LeBron can walk around. Kemba Walker said it in 17 years. He hasn't been able to just leave and walk around.
The court looks sick. They got walls up around it with advertisements and stuff. Really, it's blacked out too. It's gonna be awesome.
Word. There might be a technical difficulty, but we're gonna play through it. Last thing on the docket: NHL to broadcast in 5-second delay to filter out cursing. I know I'm going to swing this over to Paul first, because he is our resident cursor, and your thoughts on this whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks. That's the best part about live sporting events is hearing guys swear and curse at each
That's
other.
the best part.
Talk a bunch of trash. Like the NBA's not worried about it. Apparently, they're got to be way worse than the NHL. I mean, Kevin Garnett alone has said some horrific things.
Yeah, it's
sad to see. I mean, we're all living in our houses. We're not allowed outside. We're all going to get coronavirus, but we're still worried about kids hearing the F word. Like, give me a break.
All right. Icy, thoughts on it?
I come from a non-cursing home, so I think my parents will be pretty happy about it.
All right, Driscoll?
I'm fine with it. I think, don't they do this regardless? Don't they do this on normal games?
They try to, but you still get one slipping through every once in a while.
5 seconds isn't much of a delay. That's a tough job.
Very difficult job. We have the same thing going on at work. Hitting that 5-second button is not an easy thing to do, but you're going to get an extra 5 seconds pad on it, so it should be fine. And it looks like Driscoll's computer
your video is fucked, buddy.
But it doesn't matter. 5-second delay. Boom. Right there.
Yeah, didn't even happen.
Got him. That's it for today. Yankees baseball is back on Thursday. Final thoughts, everyone.
Pump that sports back.
Yeah, sports are coming back. All right, let's get out of here. Everybody, thanks for coming on today. Talk to you soon. TheSportsShow.com. Fire, fire, fire.
What's going on with my screen?
It's like that bottom half is like blinking.
Yeah,